Hi, my name is Eddie Harrison, and today I'm going to discuss Bloom's Taxonomy Instruction Design Model. Bloom's Taxonomy is an instruction model used in design of curriculums. The focus was placed on cognitive abilities. There was a revision of the original model which changed the hierarchies. The goal was to submit that performing higher degrees of skill requires understanding and knowledge. The model has lasted even with many criticism questions whether it is effective in reaching today's educational goals. It has played an important role in placing higher order thinking as an educational tool. Bloom's taxonomy has been utilized for many years and it is still popular. There are elements about it that require some current upgrades. The original version was revised, but certain concepts are relevant in education today. Bloom's taxonomy has provided countless insights into cognitive knowledge towards learning. Process, explanation of the process. Dr. Benjamin Bloom, an educational psychologist, created this taxonomy in 1956. It promoted a higher form of thinking in education, such as analyzing and evaluating concepts, processes, procedures, and principles, rather than just remember facts. It is most often used when designing educational training and learning processes. That is most often used when designing. There were three domains of educational activities: cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. Cognitive is learned knowledge. Affective covers the emotional areas of learning. Psychomotor is performing a physical skill in active learning. Bloom's taxonomy is an instruction design model. The model is for planning and making training programs. It covers many components: assessment, curriculum, and instruction strategies. The assessment determines how well the students are understanding material through tasks and measuring skill levels. The curriculum is lessons that are being taught. Instructional strategies cover how the material is presented to students. The instruction includes methods of evaluation and goals. The taxonomy was revised, turning toward more action for learning. The nouns were replaced with verbs. The 6 cognitive processes are creating, evaluating, analyzing, applying, understanding, and remembering. The belief of creating a new concept from something previously learned for improving an outcome is problem solving. Evaluating the importance of material to determine its value is essential for explaining ideas. The analyzing material by breaking it down into parts is a critical concept. Applying is putting into action what was learned in the classroom toward another situation. The understanding of material and instruction while doing a task is key to learning. Remembering is used to recall learned material. Strength. Bloom's design model has strength that emphasizes learning. The revised edition focuses more on a curriculum of cognitive knowledge. This model has standards with instructions and assessments. Bloom's taxonomy stresses each element equally. The positive aspect of this model is using skill levels together with performing tasks. Bloom's taxonomy has stood the test of time as an instruction model. This model is successful in the traditional classroom. The same objectives are being applied toward online learning. The new domain of verbs is an active way of starting discussion questions by reaching cognitive thought levels. An important element about this instruction model is giving students the skill to solve problems with knowledge from cognitive learning. The weaknesses. The belief by critics is that Bloom's taxonomy was useful in years past. The revised version is even considered out of touch with today's learning. The argument is that educators understand how learning occurs by having many methods of teaching it. The taxonomy lacks constructivism, which is using learning from creating knowledge. This type of learning requires using old and new information to form knowledge. In many classrooms, the complaint is that the teachers misinterpret and wrongly apply this taxonomy. The criticism used most that the instructional model was simplistic by forming a connection between thought and learning. Teachers see another problem with implementing all the educational goals into the lesson plan. There are required standards issued that must be followed. On my next page is my information, my references, where I gather this information from. And just like I thank you, and I hope you enjoy it.